Xoxo.
It's raining.
It's raining, man.
Oh no.
We've already sung every episode for like a month straight. We've sang like at the beginning.
I meant oh no though because men.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you actually imagine them, that would hurt, bro.
I was really hurt.
They're gonna land on you.
What if it's like Thumbelina size men?
Oh. Okay. I love that movie.
I love Thumbelina.
Thumbelina.
It's just a series of a little girl who ends up not at her mom's anymore and then gets like sex trafficked and then
trafficking.
And then sent off to marry some weird
marry the toad
guy. And
then marry the
there's
mole.
something
marry
with the
mole.
It's a mole. Not the toad.
Well, first, yes, the lady wants her to marry her toad
Sex
son.
traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And then
sing.
Child brided.
Mm-hmm.
And a man is stalking her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
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 Who knows what his intentions are?
Mm-hmm. But hey, she can sing.
She can do that.
And her mama loves her.
Although she doesn't do anything to go out to look for her.
Well, yeah, she does though. She sends.
Does she? I don't remember if she sends any. I think she just like stares out the window like sad. I think that's all it is.
The police probably told her that she can't report it for 2 weeks.
Sorry, we don't really have any rules around children that are under 2 inches. So,
is my voice too quiet?
let me see. Talk.
Hey guys.
No, you're good.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
That was quiet.
I don't know. Oh no, that was perfect. Perfectly perfect.
Oh my god, my fish oil pills is all I'm burping up right now. This is so gross, bro.
You want to know how I deal with that?
You don't take them?
Yeah, I don't take pills.
We all know Devin doesn't take pills. She's like, I have acid reflux, and I'm like, do you want some Tums? And she's like, not today.
No. I don't.
Sorry. I
want
get it, but like, you're funny.
I would rather suffer. There's times where I can no longer suffer, but today, it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd rather suffer the acid reflux than suffer the mental illness.
That's how I feel about my anxiety meds. Like, I could be on a full panic attack, but I know if I take my anxiety meds, I'm gonna be basically sedated.
Good night.
And so I'm like, I like try and push through as hard as I can. And Alex will be looking at me like
nothing matters anymore.
Literally, like I'm rocking and I'm like sobbing and I'm just having this panic attack. And Alex is looking at me like, do you want me to get you like a hydroxyzine? And I'm just like, no, I'm fine.
Right. So does medicine really help if
it does.
Just
no, it does. It does, because as soon as I take it, I feel better. And I'm like, why did I wait so long to take it? And then I just take a quick little nap and then I feel fine. I know your brain is different. I grew up needing to take medication.
I feel like when the list of side effects that it causes are just as long as the things it's fixing.
It also depends on the side effects, though, and how likely they are to affect people.
It just seems like mostly the things that you really need medicine for, not you specifically, but people, come with a laundry list of side effects that barely make it worth it. No, I'm saying like serious illnesses like cancer, and then okay, this is gonna get rid of your cancer, but you're going to be in excruciating pain and vomiting and nauseous, and your hair's gonna fall out.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
It's the trade up of medicine. It's always been the trade up.
I don't know. I wish there was like magical medicine that just boop. It's better.
We should just freeze ourselves until there is a time where you just take a shot and you're gonna be fine. You're never gonna get cancer.
No side effects.
No side effects. You're like gonna live to 150. Is that too long?
I don't know.
25?
I didn't think I was gonna make it to here, so
Bro,
I'm like,
I told that to Jade, and every time I say that to Jade, she looks at me like, Kaylee, shut up.
I truly did not think I was gonna make it past 18, bro. Now I'm 31.
My 16th birthday, I remember I woke up on my 16th birthday because I was convinced I would not make it to 16. And I woke up on my 16th birthday, and I remember just such a surreal feeling of like, oh my God, I'm 16. And then all of a sudden I was 18. And then I was 21. And I was like, I'm still alive. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it to 29.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it to next year.
Yeah. I truly thought that the reason I had such a hard time connecting with people was because I wasn't meant to be here.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm never going to find love because like, I'm supposed to be dead.
I'm actually like an alien. I wasn't meant to be here. I got on the wrong bus and I ended up...
I'm supposed to be dead.
What if it's just like a big old astral projection and like you just ended up in the wrong room? So you're like stuck in human dimension.
I don't like it.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Dev.
And this is 2/3 of
functional. I tried to hold it. I couldn't. Can we do it again? Sorry. I didn't mean it.
And this is 2/3 of functional chaos.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa. We're here, guys. There's only two of us.
It's just the what is a duo? That's the word. Fucking shit.
Duo.
I've been married a long time ago.
Wow.
Cotton Eye Joe. I love the banjo, bro. I'll fucking dance to a banjo. I don't care. I'll fucking boot scoot and boogie to a banjo any day of the week. Look at this cowboy hat. I'll fucking saddle up.
It depends on my day and my vibe.
What would need to be the vibe for you to want to saddle up for that?
No acid reflux.
Okay, fair.
And I slept good. And I'm not anxious.
Because your frog woke you up from...
No, my cat.
Oh.
Guppy is lately, I don't know what's going on because I think his feeder's not going off as frequently as it's supposed to be or something, but he's been waking me up at 1 and 3 and 5.
Oh my God.
And he just wants a small little handful of food and then he lets me go back to sleep.
Bro.
But he's getting fat again.
Yeah, gotta knock that.
I don't know what to do. And basically now I've got him trained. Like, now there's no breaking the habit.
Yeah.
It's like clockwork. Sorry.
I'm like, you really went into like a trance while you were thinking about how it. You're like,
dude, you should see me when I get up at those times. Yeah. I am just like, here you go.
They're like feeding the chickens.
Yes. I literally put my arm in his giant bag of food, grab the tiniest handful, and then he has this like slow feeder thing. Yeah. And I like gently sprinkle it around, and then I just collapse on the couch. And then,
Guppy, stop bugging your mother.
It's my fault. I trained him that if he wakes me up, he gets food, but I can't break that habit because I will get no sleep. Like if he gets no food,
I wish I had the solution for you.
He nonstop will just
maybe just start spraying him.
No,
get a spray bottle.
I don't believe in that.
Why?
That's abuse.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
How?
My favorite cat guy. They don't know why they're being sprayed. They have no way to know. So then instead of being afraid of the spray bottle, they're just afraid of you.
But they're doing something, and that's when they get sprayed. Like, if you do it continuously.
They can't connect that in their brains. That's just what he said about cats.
Who is it?
You should look it up. What is is his name?
Is it that guy with the beard?
The bald guy with the beard, yeah.
He said he's nutty, though.
I love him. We always
No, I like how he talks about...
Jackson Galaxy.
Is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Okay. There are things that are like...
I really like how he talks about cat behavior, because a lot of people... Especially because, like, he is such an advocate for, like, cats are cool. Like, they have personalities. They're not just, like...
Yeah,
whatever.
But like imagine like...
But he's kind of nutty.
Let's talk about like it's a sheep or something. Like, and it's a stupid sheep, I guess, because it... that's a dumb example. Never mind.
I don't even know what you were trying to say.
Like an electric fence or something, but no, that teaches them real quick. But the thing is, it's if it's attached to you, then they don't understand. And they're just scared of you. And then as soon as the spray bottle's put away or you're done spraying them, they just go right back to what they were doing. But there's those air can things. I might try that.
Okay. Is it just spray air or something?
It's you like set it on the ground and it's like motion activated.
Oh.
So if they go where they're not supposed to be, then it sprays them with air and it like startles them.
But they can connect that? 'Cause it's...
Yes. I don't know. He recommends that instead of water. I don't know. And
that's fine. Yeah. I'm curious. I want to look it up because that's
I don't know. I just always feel bad when I'm spraying them too.
I feel like it's better because like my experience, it's the flick. Like we flick when I was growing up. Like it's the flick on like the neck or wherever, like their side.
Yeah.
Just to like get them to stop. But like Kepler, in the morning, sometimes we don't have a choice because in the morning he'll start at like 6 a.m. and he doesn't get food until 8. And he will come and he will stand on me, but he'll stand on spots that hurt so fucking bad.
And like the way cats stand, they put all their weight into their little feet,
into these little toothpicks.
Yeah.
And but he'll do this thing where he'll like walk on me, but he won't move his feet very far until I tense up. And as soon as I tense up, he stops moving because he knows that's the spot that irritates me. And then he'll like just stand there staring at me, putting all his weight on that one spot. And then even if I cough, if I breathe a certain way, if I move even a millimeter, he will use me as a fucking trampoline. And it hurts so... I can't even explain how fucking bad it hurts. Yeah. It makes me want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I never would, but I want to take him and throw him across the fucking room. So sometimes we don't
Spray
have a choice.
Spray bottle is better than throw across the room.
Yeah, because it hurts so... And he does it on purpose. And I'm not going to feed him early because that'll just teach him if he keeps doing it. But he doesn't stop.
I'm a bad mom.
For years. But I don't think he will stop.
Yeah.
Oh, and the freaking daylight savings.
Oh no, that fucks them all up.
Oh, my gosh.
So Guppy doesn't do the crawling all over me thing, but he meows and he has such a high pitched, like whiny little baby meow, and then he claws at the door.
Oh shit!
And like the loudest sound you can imagine, and he does not stop. He'll do it for hours.
With his claws?
Yes.
I fucking hate that shit.
And he'll do it for hours if you don't do what he wants.
He's a bully. Our fucking children our little boys are bullies.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
He just wants food. He thinks he's dying. He's not.
He is.
He's not. He's not.
What if he's dying because I'm giving him the food?
Well, probably. He's fat.
Sorry, Guppy.
He's okay. He's just a guppy baby.
Look at that sleepy little baby.
You can only do what you think is best for your kids.
I'm thinking about a baby gate, but then he'll just scratch on the baby gate, so I don't know. And it's always like, if we roll over or move at all, he's like, oh, they're awake, and he'll run out of the room.
Oh my god, it's so fucking... And then they come back like 2 seconds later.
And they're like, wait, I thought you were up.
I thought you were coming to the food.
Well, and they're nocturnal, so they're up and like watching you.
And like, it makes sense why Kepler does that in the morning. It is the longest period of time he goes without food. So like, I get it. But that's why we had to start feeding them 3 times a day. Because it was so much worse in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they would do that same thing in the afternoon.
I wonder if you could. Well, no, you couldn't.
The only solution would be if we could wake up at like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. and give him like a handful of food. But then we'd have to lessen the amount that we give him for dinner. Because also we're trying to get Kepler to lose 1 more pound.
It's raining really hard.
I like it. I want to get in the hot tub so bad. Do you know how good it feels? Rain and then the hot tub. It's so good.
No.
It's so good.
No, it actually is. I agree.
Is like it's like a shower beer. It's like the same like. Have you ever had a shower beer?
No, I don't shower.
Okay, or a bath beer, like you have, or a cider, like you're just in a warm bath and you have a cold drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Usually I just do like I always fill my water bottle with really cold water before I get in the bath.
Yeah, so it's but for some reason, like when it's like a alcoholic beverage or like a juice or something. Wow, it is really fucking pouring out.
It's making the rain sound.
It's like so hard on our metal roof right now.
I love it.
I like it when I'm reading.
My plants are probably like,
oh my god. Do you know what's the coolest thing ever?
What?
Is when I'm like in my bed and I'm reading a book and I'm like, or like especially a thriller book and it's like really intense and it starts raining really fucking hard and it's like on the roof and it's just like so creepy and like
I like it.
So nice.
I like it. Drink a cup of tea, hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Look out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe the fresh air. Rain air smells so good.
Oh, we're podcasting.
Oh, I don't know.
Where's Jade?
I don't know. Probably getting rained out at the beach.
Yeah. Jade left us to go to the beach.
The beach went to the beach.
The beach went to the beach. That's a good one.
Fuck you.
She's like, are you going to hate me? And I'm like, I would never hate you. First of all. Second of all.
Sort of.
Sort of. I'm not. I was like, I won't hate you.
We'll just find
I'll just be really fucking mad. No, I'm just kidding.
We're just going to hold auditions for a new Jade.
I'm just going to hold a grudge for...
ever.
40-ish years.
Perfect. See you next 40 years. Just kidding. We don't care.
We don't care. It was fine. She hasn't
You might care, but we don't.
But we don't. She needed to spend time with this friend. She hasn't seen him since her wedding, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least like around. So beach trip.
Beaches at the beach.
That should be on a shirt. Beach is at the beach, and you go to the beach. It's your beach shirt. You brought our icebreaker today, though.
Yeah, we could do that. So the icebreaker I was gonna do, I don't know if you guys have TikTok, but I am addicted. And there's that trend where you say like what your ex did to you and you still stayed with them. And I thought that would be fun, but I don't know if anyone else will have a lot.
Hey.
I'm sorry, guys.
Breathe.
I don't know how.
Breathe.
I have a lot.
Did I send you that thing that was like, there's a link between PCOS and yawning? Did I send you that?
You may have.
I send you a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm annoying.
No.
Do I annoy you?
No.
When I'm like, hey, look at this thing.
I don't listen to all of them.
That's fine. Some of them are really long and I don't even watch the whole thing. It's just like the first bit. I'm
5 minutes and you're like, oh, Devin.
I have like such a short attention.
Me.
Jade's attention span is much shorter though. I was showing her a video, I was showing her T-Pain's new song, and the first like minute of it is like a speech type thing. And the whole time she's like, just get to the song. And I'm like, what they're saying is like really cool and important stuff during the speech. And I thought it was really cool. But she's like, where's the song?
No.
And I was just like, girl, it hasn't even been 10 seconds.
Damn. I mean, I'll have to look. Oh God, you guys, I don't sleep.
I need to get my back scratcher every time your mouth opens.
No, I don't want that in me.
I'm not going to put it in you.
Consent.
I'm just not like that.
I don't want anything in my mouth. Consent.
Consent is important.
My favorite thing to do is when a guy sends me a dick pic without permission, I just reply consent ? And then they usually block me, and I'm like,
that's
okay.
so fucking funny. I love that. That's such a
like,
good
do
response.
You don't know that?
Did you
it's
not
wild. You don't know
teach
me.
you about
what
consent?
If I'm like 14? You don't know. That's so weird. You just wham.
You literally could go to jail.
Like, what? You just walk in a room and you just whip your dick out? Like, what's going on?
Bro.
Nobody wants to see that.
You just like are like, I need to. How many people do you think they send that dick pic to? Like
all of them.
Yeah, I like. I'm so curious about them. Like,
or they just take new ones because they think their dick always looks good. It's so weird.
I feel like I don't even like really taking like nudes of myself because it's awkward. So like, but I feel like some guys enjoy it, but like girls enjoy it too. I don't know. I'm just like, I
wonder, do they even look at it before they hit send, or do they just like take it and send it? Because also, like, I'll take 47 pictures and then I'm filtering through and I pick like 3 good ones. Do they do that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or do they just take it, send it?
What's the like? How many did it take?
Right.
For that vein to look right.
Also, when they take it from that angle where you can see their feet.
Oh, I hate it when you can see their face where it's from below going up and they're like this. Their face is always like with their mouth just a little
like
open.
Really serious.
And it's like they're trying to like look like they're dominating you. It is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
Okay. Wow.
So what has Exes done?
Oh, okay.
That
so you go back and forth.
Okay.
And then you laugh at each other's. So you have to laugh.
Okay. So mine. Well, I don't have very many.
Go ahead.
So, I was in a car. We were parking pointed down a hill and his e-brake wasn't working and he told me I should get out of the car.
What? That's rude. Okay.
And then he goes, no, not like that. Just in case we like roll and like
for your safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he really did mean it like that, but it hurt really bad.
Ouch.
Because it was the heaviest I'd ever been to.
Oh God. Okay. He made me go to a party with him that I didn't want to go to at all. And I have driving anxiety, so I said, okay, you promise you're not going to drink that much so that I don't have to be the DD, because I can't be the DD because I can't do it and I don't know where I am and I don't know what's going on.
I'm not driving.
Okay, and then he drank an entire bottle of Red Velvet. Isn't that what that's called? I don't know. It was like whiskey or rum or some shit. Who knows? He drank a whole fifth. And then he still was gonna Black Velvet. Yeah. Sure. He still I don't know, Red Velvet cupcakes, Black Velvet. We don't know. He still was going to drive, and I allowed it because at that time I had that much anxiety with driving. I was brand new. Okay, I was a brand new driver too, so like I didn't know anything. It was his friend's house in an area that I was unfamiliar with,
like up in the hills.
Like anyway, so he got blackout, and then he wanted to go to Taco Bell, and he passed out in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
Oh,
like blacked out, bro. We had to get him
you were like,
yeah, we had to fucking Russian roulette, and then I ended up having to drive. Yeah.
And how long did you stay with him?
Long.
Oh no.
And this was a friend that I didn't know very well, and he was with us too. Oh, no. And so his friend ended up like being the one directing me back to his house while he's blacked out in the back of the fucking car.
So fucking awkward.
Yeah. It was really. And then when I went to go help him out of the car because he was passed the fuck out, he hit me. Because well, like, I'm not like, I'm not defending it because like it happened, but like I was trying to like lift him out of the car and he was like blackout, and I kind of dropped him a little bit, and so his reaction was just to like punch
you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How was that your first reaction? To punch anybody?
I mean, I guess if you get dropped. and you're unconscious. But like, imagine not.
But he could have fallen.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have just like fallen out of bed. He doesn't know.
So that's a story of.
Okay, that reminds me. We went to a concert. And we were all drinking, and he was supposed to be the DD. Oh, no, I had my car, but I left my car there. And he said he was okay to drive. We got back to his house, and the next morning, he said, I shouldn't have drove. I was so blacked out last night.
Oh.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Bad.
I was so pissed. I was like, what the fuck? You let me get in your car. Because I wasn't that drunk. I was, like, a little tipsy. But I was like, I'm not driving even if I'm a little tipsy. Like, I'm not doing it. And he was like, I'm totally fine. Like, I drank, like, so long ago. I was like, cool. He also, like, wasn't a lightweight at all. So, like, he was aware of his faculties. Like, after 1 or 2 beers, he was fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't really see how much he drank, I guess. Because I guess him and the other guy we were with went and drank while we were still at the concert. They went and drank a couple of beers without us.
Well, and when you're in the mindset of, like, I'm allowed to have fun because someone else is driving. Yeah. You don't really feel like you have to babysit them.
No, why would I?
So,
yeah.
Damn.
That was so I was so upset.
Okay, this one we didn't actually date. It was like a situationship, but I'm going to still count it because we stayed in the situation for quite a long time longer. He would only have sex with me in my closet because he didn't want my roommates to hear us because he had, like, I don't know. He was, like, really anxious about people hearing him do sex.
How big was your closet?
It was like a walk-in closet.
But, like...
But in the closet with the door closed. And it only happened, like, a couple times because he just was weird about sex.
Does he not know how to be quiet?
No, he was very quiet.
That was like so weird.
It was like his dick would not work if he could hear that there were other people around. Type of vibe. Or if he knew that they could hear him.
I'm being so judgmental, but that is really like serial killery. Like
it was a very strange ritual. Like, not ritual, but like he had to be in the right head. Like, I don't know. I don't think he liked. I don't think he liked me very much, TBH.
Oh, do you think he was like hiding you
from my roommates? That doesn't make sense. But yeah.
Could you not go to his place?
No, I never did. Well, I mean, I maybe like once, but I never spent the night there. He always he had a key to my place. Yeah. But we weren't dating. I was his homegirl. Don't worry.
I was his homegirl.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's weird. That's fucking weird. How did that conversation... Hold on. How did that conversation...
It wasn't really a conversation. He just took me into the closet.
And he's like, this is how we will have sex.
No, he didn't say that.
I'm asking you, like,
there was no conversation. It's just the only time that we ever interacted like that. He took me to the closet. I did.
Never asked him about hey, why do we have sex?
We didn't talk.
That is so weird.
We didn't talk about stuff like that.
Devin,
I wasn't like, hey, by the way.
Devin,
no.
Devin. No. Hold on, Devin. What the fuck are you telling me right now? You're telling me every time you had sex, he's just like, I'm gonna pull you into the closet, and you were never like, hey, what's that about?
No.
What do you...
He also would watch porn, and he wouldn't let me watch it with him.
What?
Like, if I was doing other stuff down there,
yeah,
I would try to peek up because I was like, ooh, that sounds hot, and he would just push me back down, and he wouldn't let me watch.
What the fuck? I think maybe sex embarrassed him.
He's
very closeted, honestly.
I don't know, bro. I think that...
Do you think if he ever gets married, do you think they're always going to have sex in the closet if they have kids?
He's never going to get married.
But I'm saying if...
No, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
No.
Is he dead?
No. I think also his dick just didn't work sometimes.
That's so like just a performance anxiety, maybe. Yeah, that feels normal. I feel like some people do.
Totally normal, totally but there was no conversation around it, so it was kind of weird.
I just like, and if he started bringing me to the closet, I'd be like, why are we going into the closet? Right. And if he shut the door, I don't know, just fight or flight is kicking in so hard for me.
I'm like, hey, I have a bed.
Like, there's a bed and like our walls aren't like paper, so
well, like, they were.
Okay. Did you have a squeaky bed?
No, I took it apart.
Okay, so it was on the floor.
I actually broke it with somebody else.
Yes.
And then my neighbor was like, my downstairs neighbor was like, I heard some banging around last night. And I was like,
did you? I was rearranging my bedroom last night.
He offered to buy me a new bed frame. And I was like, nah, I'll just duct tape it.
Did you?
Yeah, for a while. Yeah.
Bro.
He was really hot.
Was it worth being in the closet?
Oh, not that one.
Oh.
That one wasn't. The one that broke my bed was hot. His aura was hot. Like he had his confidence and his swagger. But his eyes, but other than that, no, he's gross.
Gross. Also,
he had a really skinny dick.
Pencil.
Not quite a pencil. Just like long and skinny. I called him Pokey. I feel like I'm whispering.
Something else that happened because I can't really.
I like how most people on this trend, they just go back and forth with like a really short one, and that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, ours are long. It's fine.
Sorry, we have to unpack our trauma.
So it's hard for me because I've only been in one relationship, and the relationship I was in was good, I think, and also bad. I mean, I begged him to stay even after. Okay, after he broke up with me, I did beg him to stay even after he told me that he wished he broke up with me 4 years ago.
Oh, mean. Okay, this one.
And I still was like, please.
That's
it's okay. Something I regret so fucking much.
I know you don't like begging. Me and stuff, but please just change your mind.
I know you wanted to break up with me when we were 18, but yeah.
Man. Okay.
One more for you.
Just one?
Or you can do a couple.
I mean, I don't know. I have a lot.
This is icebreaker. I know you have a lot.
Totaled my car.
Oh my God.
And that was the night that he told me he loved me for the first time.
After or before?
After. Yeah, I wasn't home.
You?
I mean, I don't know. What happened is I wasn't home. Or I mean, I was home and he had my car. He drove my car because he had a DUI, and he was scared that if he drove his car, they would notice that it was him for some reason. I don't know. Like, they'd be like, okay, this guy has a DUI if they ran his plates. I don't know if that's a thing. Can they? Okay. Yeah. So he would drive my car, and I would ride my bike everywhere.
Bro, what? And how long did you stay with him?
I was with him from when I was 18, maybe 7. No, I was 18 or 19 until I was. No, I must have been. No, yeah, because I was with him when I graduated high school. Oh. So like 16, 17.
Oh, wow, okay.
Until 20.
Okay. So
it was like off and on for like 3 years.
Yeah.
A lot of off. A lot of on. I don't know. Anyway, so what was I saying?
He told your
car. Oh, yeah. So he wasn't home. And then he got home and he's like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? And he's like, I got in a car accident. And I was like, nah. I literally was like, whatever. Was, like you're so funny. Yeah. I literally thought he was joking. And then he took me out and I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, all I could think about was how much I love you, and like how I'm so glad that nothing happened to me because I love you so much,
bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. And then like years later, so he told me not to report it and not to do anything because he had gotten their information and he was handling it.
He didn't.
He never handled it, and it caught up to me like 4 years later. My insurance was like, hey, so you were in this accident, and my rates went way up. Thank you.
Fuck.
I was like, I was not in an accident.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. What are you talking about?
Thanks. But yeah, so that happened.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're such a silly. Do you want to start a topic, or do you have more?
I mean, I have plenty more, but we could do them another time.
Yeah, save them.
The trauma.
Maybe
I dated a lot of scummy little stinky little bitches, and I would just think, oh, it's fine. It's fine. No biggie. It's just my car.
Are you still like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh, Devin.
Sorry.
She never learns.
I definitely let other people drive my car.
I was like, so what about your boyfriend?
And the one that wouldn't bang me in the closet, I let him drive my car all the time too.
What the fuck?
Or that would only, not wouldn't. I got confused. But yeah, he would drive my car all the time. I'd probably bang bitches in it. You're gross.
You're gross.
You're icky.
Okay.
Stinky.
What's our letter today? It's L. It's for the way you look at me. She winked at me and it was so mechanical.
Does everybody hate me?
I don't hate you. Your winks are just weird. I love you so much. I feel like it's because your face is just like so tight. Like everything's just so like tight. I don't know. You don't have a very flexible face.
What the fuck? Thank you. That means that I'm stretched.
You're not.
I'm not saggy.
You know, not even a little.
Oh no, I did it again.
So, our topic today is, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. It starts with the letter L.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Mac and cheese should not have breadcrumbs.
Oh, let me tell you something. Yes, it should.
Never.
Let me tell you something. If they are seasoned, oh my god, what?
Worst texture because the bottom ones are all soggy and gross. The top ones are burnt.
Let me tell you something.
Gross.
You have not tried it correctly.
I've tried it so many different ways, Devin.
What
Parmesan,
if you sprinkled
panko, flour?
What if you sprinkled it like after?
No, because then it's not crispy.
Okay.
Also, just like having sand in your mac and cheese.
I like it. I like sand. I don't usually do that, but what I do is I'll like cook it.
Yeah.
Then the mac and cheese is done.
Yes.
Then I put salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Parmesan on top.
Okay. I mean, I'll try yours. It is just not.
I mean, I put
legal.
that on my individual serving. I don't put it on the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay.
But I've never tried it with bread. I've never made mac and cheese with breadcrumbs before. But I've eaten it and I don't mind it. Let me tell you something.
What?
I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. You're always sleepy.
I know. Let me tell you something. There's probably something wrong with me.
Let me tell you something. My brain don't work.
Let me tell you something. Peanut butter and Nutella goes really good together.
Ugh.
Well, you don't like peanut butter.
I'm sure it does, but peanut butter is gross.
Let me tell you something. You're wrong.
Let me tell you something. I'm correct.
Let me tell you something. This is going well.
Congratulating someone in a wheelchair for making it through the store is fucking wild, bro. Don't do that.
Let me tell you something. Everyone is just projecting.
That was okay. I gotta tell you guys a story. I was at Costco the other day, and I use a wheelchair when I'm outside of my house. It's an electric wheelchair. Duke is seeping.
Let me tell you something. Duke is roller coat. Okay, anyway, wheelchair.
So I'm in my wheelchair. We go to Costco. I'm with Alex. We're just shopping. This little old lady, she's so cute. She walks up to me and she's like, slow down there. And I was like, oh, haha. Like, sometimes people say that. And I was like, whatever. I've heard that. That's funny. Haha. And then she pats me on the shoulder. She's like touching me and like going like this and she was like, you got this. And I was like,
you got this, girl.
Like, what? And then Alex and I were done with our shopping. We get to the checkout and I see her again. And she comes up to me and she goes, you made it! Congratulations! Good job! And then she like rubs on my shoulder again. And I'm just like, What the fuck? And I'm just like, ma'am, are you doing that to everybody in a wheelchair? Because you should not do that. Like, I'm just in a wheelchair.
That's really...
I'm like, it would have been more of a miracle if I made it through the store without my wheelchair.
Right.
That's when you should congratulate me. The wheelchair actually makes it so I can.
Right. I think she was projecting and she really wants someone to say that to her.
You think like someone wants to congratulate her for...
She wants someone to recognize that she's doing a good job.
Doing a good job.
Yeah.
Aw. If that's what you wanted, you should have just said it instead of touching me and making me feel weird. Yeah. Congratulations. Good job.
Good job. You made it through the day.
I'm just in a wheelchair. Yeah. I don't even have the words to explain how weird that is.
Hello.
Because, okay, coming from a standpoint of someone that wasn't who was completely able-bodied, right? Coming from that and not understanding what it's like to be in a wheelchair or use a wheelchair or be seen in a wheelchair is you almost do feel like they're being an inspiration or, oh, that poor person's in a, it just is ingrained in our society to think that way. Mm-hmm. And so you have to unlearn it. And it's different when you go from that, what society teaches, and then in a wheelchair and having to experience all of that. Is so weird, bro. Because it's you wouldn't because people say, oh, don't do that, don't open doors for people in wheelchairs, don't do this, because unless they ask. Don't just go up and push someone in their wheelchair if they're
I wouldn't push them.
If they're struggling to go up a hill, don't just go up and push them, or if they're struggling to open a door, don't just grab it for them because you're wanting to get in or whatever. Unless someone asks, you really shouldn't just assume that they need help. Yeah. It just, they might be doing things differently than how you do it. Yeah. And it might be a little slower than how you do it, but it doesn't mean they can't.
But drawing attention to it.
And then drawing attention to it is oh, you're different. You're not able-bodied. You need help in life. Yeah. And it's just that label of no, I still do have my independence. This helps me have my independence.
Interesting.
But you don't think that way when you're not in that situation.
I see someone and I immediately want to help them.
Mm-hmm. But you don't, it's just you
assuming
don't know
that they need help is offensive. That makes sense.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I just learned something today. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and it's so hard to see that if you're not in that perspective or know someone in that perspective because you are no, I'm just being nice, but
right.
It's weird.
If you have that as your intention, then it's really hard to accept that that's not how they receive it.
Yeah, then that's why I didn't feel I needed to say anything to that lady because it's I know her intention was pure, but also intention, what is it? Intention and impact are very different things. And so but they can both exist. So I can have, she could have had all the intention of making me feel
your day
good and making me feel happy and whatever and seen. The impact of it though
was making
not
you
what
feel
she wanted.
Seen in a bad way.
Yeah. And so that's that's another thing that I think is important to think about is like, my intention is pure and good and comes from a place of pure kindness, but I don't know how it's going to impact. Mm-hmm. So even if you see someone struggling, if you ask, hey, do you want some help? Like, that even is better, because then they can give you consent. Mm-hmm. That, yes, consent. I am struggling, actually.
Consent,
yes, please.
Is really crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something.
Yes.
Working a 40-hour work week and having a, 16-hour weekend is crazy.
That's
crazy.
Weird. Yeah, crazy.
Is it 16? 8? Well, no. I don't know math.
Half a day.
12 is 24. Okay, but still, like, no, you're only awake for like 12 hours.
So technically, like, it's only like
24.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm dumb. So it's really only a day.
Yeah, 40 versus 24. That's wild. And I don't know. Anyway,
I am so,
and
like,
I know people are like, "Oh, you're so lazy. You're so late."
No,
like, but
why should life be about working?
Yeah,
that's so fucking weird.
That is
that you
wild.
Want to push yourself to just work?
Right. I
also want to live. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 60 to go to Europe. What the fuck?
Right. You should be doing those things when you're young.
When you're young and able, and
yeah,
you should be relaxing and doing whatever you want when you're 60. Like, yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird. I'm so for, like, the 3 days on, 4 days off.
Right, or something. Or something more balanced.
So there was an article I read that was a study, and it said you really need 3 days off.
Yeah.
Because you need 1 day to do, like, your responsibilities outside the house. Like, if there's any bills or
doctor appointments,
whatever, those should be done one of those days. Also, you need a day of the weekday, for appointments and shit like that, so you can do, like, therapy, doctor, yoga classes, like, whatever it is. The second day you need for inside stuff, like laundry, cleaning the house, whatever. And then you need the third day for rest, so that you can recharge yourself for the next week.
That makes so much sense.
And I'm like, that makes so much sense, because even on my second day off, I'm like, if I just had one more fucking day.
Right.
And then 4 days on. When I worked in vet, that's usually the norm, is you work like 4 10s and then you are off 3 days. That is such an amazing schedule. Mm-hmm. I'd rather work 8 hours instead of 10, but
yeah,
that schedule was, like, so easy.
Yeah, when I was working 2 days, and then I would have 1 day off in the middle. Yeah. And then I would work 2 more, and then I would have 2 days off. That was my favorite. But the problem was my schedule kept, like, also, I think schedules need, I don't know.
They should be
consistent.
For me,
they need to be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hate
you have to be able to plan.
Like, oh, you're going to work on Tuesday this week, and then next week you're going to work Wednesday and Friday.
Right. And it's like, why? The only, like, standard they have is, like, you can't go over this many hours. You know, that's crazy.
That's so weird.
Clopening and all that shit. Like, wild. Clopening? Close
that?
Open?
Oh.
Closing and then opening.
That's
Even though
weird.
There's laws to protect against it, there's still, like, they can schedule you a closing shift, and then they can schedule you an opening shift.
What the fuck?
As long as you have 10 hours that you can be at home.
That's what it is.
Or whatever.
That's also another fucking stupid thing, because
this is like an hour to drive home, an hour to cook dinner, then you have to try to fucking fall asleep.
Bro, we should clock in the second we leave our house.
Yeah.
The commute counts as me going to work. Sorry. That's my hot take.
I get it. I do get it. But I don't know.
There's billionaires. You can give me money while I drive to work.
Right.
Because they require you to have transportation.
Yeah.
To get there. Like, I know what we worked for, they were like, if you don't have a car, we can give you a bus pass. You could get a bus pass through them. Or a Uber voucher, or, like, stuff like that. Like, companies will do that. But if you're not, then why wouldn't I have you charge me for driving to
I don't know.
where you want me to work. Especially nowadays when it's been proven that so many companies can work remote and they really don't need their office buildings. If you're like saying, especially a company that's been like since COVID remote and now they're starting to be like, okay, we're going to go back into the office. You better start paying me now.
Right. I mean, I get it. I just don't know if I 100% agree.
I know that's maybe such a radical thing.
Maybe half the commute. I don't know. Because, like, I am in my own world, and I'm, like, listening to music. I'm doing things that I would not do on the clock. I'm stopping for a fucking bagel, and I'm getting my coffee, and I don't drink coffee, but I'm pretending.
Beverage,
you know, and I'm hanging out with my partner in my car, and we're making out. Like, I don't know if I want to get paid for that. I mean, I would love to, but, like, I don't know if I feel right getting paid for that.
Or maybe there should be, like, some kind of commute.
Like gas credit or something.
Some kind of, if you're required to have transportation to a physical
then they
location,
pay your insurance.
Yeah, or have like an insurance incentive. Something.
Do something. Make it make sense. Okay, let me tell you something. It's your turn.
Let me tell you something. I'm obsessed with these straw covers.
Let me tell you something. I keep forgetting to put my frog one on.
You need to put your frog one on. I love them. There's like so many on TikTok right now. They're going all over the fucking place.
That Dollar Tree has some.
Really? There's like ones with like little dangly things. And I found a sloth one the other day and it was glittery.
Did you get it?
No, I don't have no money, bitch.
I don't got no money, bitch. Let me tell you something.
We
don't got no money, bitch.
Let me tell you something. You should buy our merch.
Let me tell you something. Or just like interact.
Are any of us wearing our merch? No.
No.
Okay. Oops. We should buy more of our merch. we should really get more of our own merch.
I need to stand up and stretch and I'm so sorry. Okay. We went on a date and they're not calling me. Let me tell you something. Working with the state.
Camera?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Working for the state, wild.
Oh, let me tell you something. Dev's about to be my caregiver. Dev's about to work for me. I'm about to be her boss.
She's a nice boss.
We were texting the other day, and I was out. What did you say? You said something about your boss, and I was like, "You think she's a bitch or something? Do you think she's gonna be a bitch?"
Yeah, I can't remember what
it was. So funny, and she's just like, maybe. It was like, I think she's an attention seeker.
Yeah. Ew.
God,
I hate my boss.
You should spit in her food, honestly.
Let me tell you something.
That's so
I'm not gonna.
Have you ever done that?
No.
You've never felt like I'm gonna fucking spit in your food? I've never done it. Never. No. I have never done that.
No.
Let me tell you something. I've never done that.
Let me tell you something. I've never thought about it.
I've definitely thought about it, but I would never. Spit grosses me out so bad.
I like it, but like only when it's consensual spit.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there it is. That's the word. Is that the word of the day?
Let me tell you something. Should we start having a word of the day?
Should we start having a word of the day?
Today it's consent.
Today's word.
Consent. It means I tell you yes or no and you respect it.
Period. And period.
Point blank.
No is a full sentence. Let me tell you something. No is a full sentence.
Let me tell you something. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh. Let me go.
Let me switch it up here.
I'm freaked out.
I lost the question. I got too hyped up.
Oh, that's
what
good.
What were we just talking about?
Consent. And then no is a full sentence.
No. Oh, okay. If you ask someone something and they say no and you ask why and they say because, how does that make you feel?
Don't know.
Like, do you accept that as...
It depends how well I know them.
Okay, I guess. So if it was your partner and you asked them and then they said no and you asked why and they just said because.
I mean, I would respect it, but I would be scared that they hate me.
Oh.
I mean, are we talking sexually?
It's like anything. So like, because Alex has taught me how to like be okay with that, because that is like not something I'm okay with. Yeah. I have to understand why.
Yeah.
Like if like
that's kind of how I am.
He hates
your eyeballs are on fleek.
Oh, thank you.
They look so pretty. Look up again. Like you were. Damn, bitch.
Thank you.
Them some good balls.
But, like, what's the thing that Alex doesn't like me to do? There's not a lot of things. Oh, he doesn't like it when I play with his nipples. And, I asked him why, and he said because. And I had a really hard time stopping to do that because for some reason for me, I need to understand why so that I can cut off that behavior.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is in my brain. It's just like if I can't understand, then I can't like empathize and want to stop it. And that sounds psychotic.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, because like if a guy sent you a dick pic and you said no and they said why and you said because you would expect them to take that.
Right. So I'm like, why won't I accept it?
Yeah. But it's different when you're in a relationship, I think. Or if you know the person really well, because like they could give you a reason and they're just not.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what it was. It wasn't the nipple thing. That's a new thing. It was popping his pimples and picking at his like stuff on his skin. My ex hated that.
I'm the only woman I think that does not enjoy that. My sister loves it.
I can't stop myself.
Dude, I don't want to touch your zits.
Like if I'm like rubbing his back and I feel like a little bump.
No.
I want to pick it so fucking bad. And it's literally a compulsion thing. I've had it my whole life. It's on my body. If
it's on my body, it's fair game. But if it's on someone else's, I don't want to touch that.
I definitely get that from my mom. My mom, anytime she like hugs me, and like I get this stuff called chicken skin, and it's basically like I have raised bumps on my arm. And so anytime she like hugs me, if she feels them, she'll just like automatically start picking them. She has like,
my God, Mom.
The worst compulsion to do it is like she's like and so I have that too. So when we first got together, I just would do it without asking. And he did not like that. He was like, that is not okay. And I said, why? And he's like, because. And I about lost my shit because I'm like, no, I need to know why. Eventually he said, because it hurts. And I was like, okay, for a second. And he's like, I don't want to be in pain. You don't get to
decide how long it hurts.
And he's like, I don't want to be in pain. I don't like pain. I don't want you to pick it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're picking.
Yeah.
Like, and so our rule now is if I feel something, I have to look at it. Like I have to put eyes on it to see if it's a mole, because one time I did pick and it was a mole or a skin tag and it did really hurt him. And that was when we had that conversation where he was finally like, I don't want you to hurt me.
Yeah.
And so once we had that he's helped me a lot with like being okay with like just like one word answers being okay.
That's so hard.
But it was so difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why I was curious what you think.
I have a lot of issues with that.
I need to understand why.
I need to understand. Like, I don't want to put this on here though, so never mind.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
Okay. Let me tell you something. You and I.
Yeah.
Our brains.
Yeah.
Are very weird.
Yeah.
Because this is what I was explaining to my therapist. Because she's like, how do you think you and Devin are going to do with her being your caregiver? And I was like, I'm really excited. We're both like kind of anxious of how like the friend and like working dynamic is going to work with us. But I think like it'll be fine. And I was like, although I am worried if I try to explain something, our brains just work so differently. Sometimes I explain something and it ends up so different in your head. And the same thing happens. She like explains something to me and I'm like, you mean like this? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And like,
but I mean, this is like also, pretty basic stuff. So I don't think our brains can
I don't
flip
think
it.
I'm not worried about it at all. It's just when I was explaining it to her, because she's like, I don't understand. And I was like, okay, like I'll explain something on a sheet of paper and we'll be like talking about dates for each episode. And it's like plainly put out on this piece of paper and you can see it like it's in a table graph, and she'll look at it and go, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck does that not make sense? That makes perfect sense in my brain. And she'll be like, that means nothing. None of this means anything to me.
Right.
And it's so interesting because also sometimes our brains are so similar.
Yeah.
It's like, are you me?
I don't know. Are you?
Are we?
Oh, wee. Yes. We have the same trauma, I think. So our brains got formed Similarly.
Yeah.
Similarly.
Similas.
But then when it comes to like logical, we have a little bit different logic.
Oh, it's so much different.
Yeah. But our emotional brains are pretty similar.
That's a great way to put it. I was never able to think of it like that. I really like that.
I just winked with both eyes.
You mean you blinked?
I was feeling so cool, and I was like, I'm gonna wink again, and then I went. But yeah, no, it's our emotional brains are the same, I think.
Okay. Emotional and logic definitely different.
Yeah,
definitely. I think
my
also our ADHD brain is definitely different.
Ooh, we rage different.
We definitely rage different.
Mine is undiagnosed and untreated.
Right. Untreated, undiagnosed.
I got it treated for like a week when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine was like a couple months when I was in 5th grade.
And I was like, nope, zombie, nope.
I don't even remember I just know I was on it in 5th grade because that's when my mom took me to the therapist to get diagnosed with ADD.
ADD.
And
then...
Yeah. But my ADHD is like... I don't even know how to... What were we talking about?
ADHD?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
What the fuck is that? Sorry, there's like a really loud something happening upstairs.
But yeah. ADHD, you said yours is different than mine. And then you were going to start talking about what your ADHD is.
I feel like I explained it to my... I explained it to my long COVID doctor because he wants me to be doing these proactive resting, which is basically like meditation almost.
Oh.
So he wants me to lay down.
Yeah.
Like all the way back.
I would love that.
And then no lights.
Yes.
No sound.
Yes.
No thinking about anything.
No.
You just lay there.
That's not real.
And... you're just resting. Like, that is proactive resting. You're not sleeping.
I can't not think unless I'm sleeping.
So.
And then even when I sleep, I think.
Exactly. And I was telling him, I've told him for over 2 years now, I'm like, okay, I know you want me to be doing, he wants me to be doing it for more than 10 minutes a day. More, like a couple times a day for like 10 minutes or more. I've only been able to make it to 8 minutes tops. And it is so fucking difficult because I've explained it to him. I'm like, you don't understand what happens in my brain when there's nothing distracting me.
Right. Oh, it goes so deep.
Oh my God. I'm like, I could send myself into a panic attack right now.
Dude, sometimes when I'm falling asleep, I'm just laying there and I'm like, am I dying? Like, am I falling asleep or am I dying?
Am I going to wake up tomorrow?
Am I? That thought. And then I'm like, oh my God, did I hear something? Oh my God, did we lock the door? Oh my God, did I turn the oven off?
To lock the door, I always have to get up and check.
Touch the fucking doorknob.
I have to like go and make sure they're all locked. I can't even
look at it. I have to touch it.
I have to like, sometimes I'll have to like unlock it and lock it.
Relock it. Literally. And I think that is a part of ADHD because you're so scattered that you can't remember. And
sometimes you do forget things.
You always did it. I always do it.
Sometimes I do forget. It's very rare. I will say that. I misplace everything.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Only especially when it's important.
Let me tell you something. I am like a chaotic organizer. Like I know where like everything looks chaotic in my house.
But I know where the fuck it is.
But I know where it is.
And
so if it's not there, I
literally
lose my fucking... Because where do I go to look?
When I was a kid, my room used to be such a fucking mess.
Me too. My mom hated it.
I knew where every single thing is.
I know where every article of clothing is. I know where every toy is.
It's like I notice it and then it's just in my head. I'm just like, okay, yep, that is there.
I'm like, okay, cataloging that if I need it.
Yep. I literally will make notes of my partner's things and like... He'll be looking for something and I'll be like, oh yeah, I saw it over there on the and he's like, how did you know that? And I'm like, I just know. Like I saw it and then it just went into my brain and it stayed forever.
Here's an example. Jade stayed over like 2-3 weeks ago and she left her nail polish on my husband's bedside table. And it sat there the whole time. And I'm just kidding. She was sitting in bed with me. And so yesterday her nail polish was like really gross when she was trying to do her nails. because it was dry. It was like gooping up. And I was like, your white nail polish is on the bedside table in the bedroom. So like I knew it was there for weeks. And when she said it, like it's just those things. Also, let me tell you something. If I know where something is and I ask someone to go get it and they can't find it, and then I get up and literally find it in 2 seconds. There. Do you know how badly it makes me violent? Yeah. Because why did I have to get up? It was right there. It was literally right there. Right where I said it was.
Right where I can see it in my brain.
I'm like, why can't we just project the vision?
The picture.
Like, I see where it is. It's behind the bowl on the table.
Duh.
And then they don't move the bowl.
No.
And I get up and I move the bowl.
And it's right there.
And it's there.
Literally. Hey, Duke. What you licking?
Everything.
He said shh.
Don't tell Mom. She doesn't like when I lick.
Aww.
Duke, do you want to come say hi? Do you come say hi?
Duke and Mom. It's
Jade
actually Jade. That's Jade.
Oh yeah, this is Jade.
But yeah,
she went to the beach. Let me tell you something. That bitch left us.
Let me tell you something. Beach. We told her we didn't hate her, but
we really do.
Let me tell you something. I can't stop yawning. Let me tell you something. Duke is cute.
Can you hear?
Pitter patters. Let me tell you something. If I could just have every animal in the world, I would.
Could you be like Noah's Ark?
No.
Would you do that?
No.
You know what I would like to do one day? I really want to be a foster, not parent. What would you call it? Foster person for, pregnant like cats and dogs. Aww. I really want to do that someday. I just don't have enough energy to give them the attention they need.
I want to do it for amphibians and lizards.
Dude, you'd need a huge like pond. We should make a pond for you outside.
No.
Pond.
You can't control the temperature.
Well, you get pumps and shit to do that.
No.
You can do temperatured ponds.
But like the air, they need humidity at a certain level and they need heat.
We'll put it inside.
Like under a greenhouse?
Yeah. Ooh. Greenhouse will get an inflatable hot tub because you can control the heat from the hot tub.
Ooh.
And then the steam from the hot tub, we can just put the top on and it'll have the air.
But they
and
can
stuff.
only have a certain depth of water.
Yeah.
So it would be like the hot tub would be full like this much.
It would have to be more full than that. Darn.
Because they can only sit in water that's like so that their head isn't submerged, just their body is. For frogs.
For frogs, what about the tadpoles though?
The tadpoles are fully submerged.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so you get that for all the tadpoles, and then once they grow up, then you can move them to like
I would
a
love
new habitat
to like raise reptiles and sell them. But that sounds nerve-wracking because I don't want anyone to be like, I don't like your reptiles or you did it wrong.
It is very hard. Well, and also you have to become reputable, so you do need to like really know your stuff, like about genetics and
then if you're making the babies and then the babies aren't getting homes, then the babies die. Do the babies die?
Just
or you're just stuck with a million babies?
I feel like you wouldn't be stuck with the babies.
I mean...
Could you release them?
No.
Because they're domestic.
They're not native to here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well.
Do you think anyone knows what we're talking about?
Do you think anybody cares what we're talking about?
Honestly, do you?
I think they just come here for Duke.
Duke.
He's also falling off. I can feel him.
Well, let me tell you something. I come here for Duke. But I come here for you, too.
No, I know it's Duke.
Hey. I come here for Phoebe.
Phoebe doesn't like anybody. My cat Phoebe, literally, Devin picked her up on Monday and she like flew out of her hands.
Yeah.
And then Jade picked her up today and she did the same thing to Jade. And I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her.
Yeah.
She's so mean.
Yeah.
But she is like the sweetest cat.
Meow.
That's what doesn't make sense.
She is... Oh my god, I'm sorry. She's like just picky. Choosy.
Choosy.
She needs consent.
Mm-hmm.
Or she needs to give consent. You know what I want?
A dog.
Yeah. I can't remember actually. I want to take a nap, but I have taken a nap every day this week.
Let me tell you something.
Unallow myself.
Let me tell you something. People that can nap,
okay,
are like magicians to me.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Literally last week, I was like struggling to nap. Okay. And like just go. Yes. And literally today, tomorrow, yesterday, the day before, like so tired.
Weird.
I think it's like the changing of my urethra. I'm just kidding. My hormones.
I was like, your urethra? Where did you put it?
If I were to be bleeding, it would be right now.
Yes.
And it's just I turn into.
But we stopped that.
You stopped it into a garbage. I'm just all I want.
Turned into a garbage.
All I want is food, sleep.
Yes.
Bed.
I don't understand people that can nap.
Bathtub. I can literally sleep all day.
My husband is one of those people. When he had his eye surgery, he like laid in bed with me basically all day for like a week.
Yeah.
And he slept like other than like 2 or 3 hours every day. He would nap. And that isn't like that makes
my naps are like
so
4 or 5 hours.
That makes no sense.
Let me tell you something else. I get tired. I think I also like if I'm stressed out, I'll just go to sleep so I don't have to deal with it.
Here's my thing. I think I have sleep anxiety because I also don't I don't fall asleep until I'm so exhausted I can't keep my eyes open anymore. Like I don't like.
Yes.
I can't just like lay down and put my head on the pillow. Like I have to. First, I have to distract myself so that I can't let my brain go. Yeah,
so like the TV's on. A TV, a podcast.
And then I start getting tired and I turn the lights off and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm tired. Yay. And then I'll do like a puzzle because that wears my brain out.
What?
Like on my phone. Like Sudoku.
I'm like bitches getting out the fucking card table and fucking grabbing a puzzle.
I should have been more specific.
And fucking she has a headlamp on. She's matching up the pieces. Then she's got her fucking.
Could you imagine?
What is that glue? E 5000 or whatever.
Elmer's? What?
No. What? The like craft glue.
Oh, the one that like keeps a puzzle together. I don't know what it's called, but the one that you like paint the puzzle with,
and then she's got that, and she completely, and then she puts it in a picture frame.
Yes.
And then she goes to the next step of going to bed.
And then I go. No, it's on my phone. It's been Sudoku. For the last, and then I just do that until like my phone is literally falling out of my hand.
Wow.
And then I put it down and I leave the TV on because it's sound and that helps my brain not fucking fuck up I'm about to go to sleep.
So, you want to hear something crazy?
What? Always.
When I take a nap, I need sound. So usually I'll listen to a podcast.
Okay.
When I am going to bed at nighttime, I cannot do sound.
Really?
I cannot.
Why?
When I'm actually tired, sound irritates the fuck out of me.
Interesting.
And my person has tinnitus, so they have to have sound.
Oh shit!
And
is that why you sleep out in the living room?
No, I start in the bed. Usually I fall asleep before them, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Usually
does that help tinnitus to have sound?
Yeah, he needs sound.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that helps tinnitus. Interesting.
It helps him.
I don't know nothing about tinnitus.
Because what's happening is there's just a constant sound in his ear. So if he has something else to focus on, then
it's not.
It kind of, So have you seen the movie Baby Driver?
Yeah. How he
always has his headphones in, and whenever they come out, it's that like ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. My ass hurts.
I think do you have any more?
Let me tell you something. My ass hurts. Like the sides of my ass.
Why? Did you do squats or something?
No, I never do squats anymore.
Sumo squats will work out your outer.
I want to make it not square. No, you don't understand.
I don't. You're right. I don't.
You don't get. I have long butt.
You don't have long butt.
I do. You have long COVID. I have long butt. Okay. I'm sorry about this, everyone, but it's very comfortable. It's like my hips too.
I had to do that the other day. You saw me. I was on the floor. No, it helps your hips.
Cow. That's what it's called.
Moo. What?
The yoga pose, calf cow? Is that what this is?
That's
I don't know.
Downward
yoga.
dog, I think.
Woof.
Is that downward dog?
I don't know. I've never done yogurt.
I did yogurt in
I never did yogurt.
I had to do a PE class and I chose yoga. It was one credit.
Feels really nice.
Do you wanna say goodbye?
Let me tell you something. I'd love to.
All right, guys.
This was a short one, but Jade literally fucked us over.
Jade wanted to go to the beach.
We're not actually mad, okay?
We're not mad at all.
We don't care.
All right, guys. Well, that's another episode of Functional Chaos. Make sure that... Huh? What the fuck did you say? Make sure that you check out our merch shop at our Etsy page. And make sure that you go and follow us and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube at Functional Chaos Podcast. You can go and follow us on TikTok at functional.chaos.podcast. All of our individual Instagrams are all up on your screen. It's at Kaylee_4_you, at Dev_4_u with 2 U's, and at Jade_4_you_. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. And this is
Functional Chaos.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
Are you just gonna smile and wave the whole time?
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave. That's creepy.
Bye.